you won't be able to do that because
Nope, can't put a mask on.
you don't have a following.
Nope. I'm gonna open up a church. That's how I'm gonna have followers. I'm gonna join you.
So you don't join me.
Yo, we are Facebook Live. What's up? They got my man. This is the baddest pianist right there. That brother right there. Of course, he's from the D town in the building. That's my man right there. Y'all gotta check that piano out, yo. I'm trying to get him on board, man. He can do some more of that kind of stuff. Music, that's the message. Yes. That's where it's at. Got my brother over here. Keep trying to make me. He's the devil in disguise. This guy is my deacon right here. He's a devil in disguise. Trying to tell me I should start drama just to lure people in. I'm not gonna do that.
Yes. You never know. People like drama.
Put my man. Here you go, right here. Ask me where he at. Somebody want to know. They say put your name up there, man. Tell them who you are, man. So they trying to figure.
Okay, Gifted C. Johnson. I'm on there.
Say it again.
Gifted C. Johnson.
Say that again. I don't think he heard me.
It's Gifted C. Johnson.
Did y'all get that?
I'll go on the live right now and say something.
Yeah, because they actually asking, can they link with you?
Yeah.
It look like they said like you. Yeah. The boy bag. The link is up there. We did it a while ago. That was last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was last year. Oh, y'all want to see my books? Here we go.
Are you gonna do the challenge? Yeah.
No, I'm not doing. I already did that. Hold up. I did the reader book challenge a year ago.
Right. No, they was talking about like how they do with the little stacks of money to the head as books.
I ain't doing all that.
Lord, your brother.
I did it.
Yeah.
But see.
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, no books. You gonna hold it up in your ear? Hey, look, here you go. Look, he got who you talking to, man? Jesus?
Yeah.
You talking to Jesus?
Yeah. Jesus and Santa Claus.
He talking to Jesus and Santa Claus, yo. He said he talking to Jesus and Santa Claus. That's funny as hell. So we out here sitting out here talking about this industry, man, and how I'm really getting tired of it. How you gotta act like buffoons, man, or you gotta open up a church or something like that, man, to actually get people to listen to you. He said, excuse me, I'm just allergic to BS, y'all. What happens sometimes when I'm in churches and I hear the pastor waiting for Jesus to come back. You know what somebody asked me? And we're going to do this real quick, and I'm going to have this conversation with y'all. Somebody asked me, do ministers in churches... No, I ain't see that one. Wow. Let's get this money, Jesus. Yo. They said, peace, Bruce. Somebody asked me, does the ministers in the churches know about this information? And I said, hell to the yeah, they gotta know about this. We in the 21st century. There's no way in hell that you don't know about this. Oh, so what do you think, bro? You think they know?
Yeah.
See, he's scared over there. He might get put out of his churches. He's scared to say something. You know, he might get put out the church. I can't do that, man. I might get put out.
Don't know.
Huh?
I said they
You say they know?
know.
Yeah, they know. But we had a long discussion, man. So, just talking about the real barbershop talk, just films, period. And we was talking about the Viking movie. So my man CJ, he saw Gifted. He saw the episode 4, season 16. That whole episode was talking about, wow, somebody asked you a Mason. Yo, somebody asked me you a Mason.
Mason.
He asked me you a Mason. I don't know if he a Mason. Where you traveling from, bro?
I've been traveling all my life.
Huh?
That's what I've been traveling all my life.
You heard what he said? He's been traveling all his life. He's been traveling all his life. I'm a Mason too. Y'all didn't know that? I'm a Mason. My man Gifted's a Mason. My man, we all Masons. My brother Ken is a Mason. Hey, tell him. We're all mother's son. We're all mother's sons. So my man wanted me to come after these. I should come after these Christians. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's gonna be, what is that? The Moors and the busy guys.
The who?
The Moors and the busy guys. That's what they want.
Man, y'all try to get me in trouble, boy. I told you he's the devil right here, man. This guy's the devil trying to make me go against these Christians and have all the doors shut on me. Them doors will be shut real quick on me. They be like, that nigga talking too much.
Like, yeah, we gotta rebuke Sabir.
Yeah.
Huh?
We gotta rebuke Sabir.
You gotta rebuke Sabir. Rebuke him in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Rebuke him. Nah, man, but all these religious leaders have contributed to the mental. Wow, my man said all these religious leaders have contribute to the mental enslavement of our people. Wow. And are not about to give up their power, their collection plate. Wow, that's crazy. That's true. That is so true. My man, can't tell them what you just said about the churches, man. They know what? They want to know. They know something's wrong. And
They're searching.
Huh?
I said they're searching for something.
They searching for something.
The truth.
They need to be searching for themselves.
They didn't look within themselves.
Right.
Asked her, he said, he's not a reverend. Are you a reverend, man? He's not a reverend. Ask the reverend about the oath they take to keep the people docile. I never heard no oath to keep them docile. I never heard of that oath. You ever heard of that oath? I never heard of that oath either. There's no such thing as no oath to keep the people docile. Never heard of that oath right there. Huh? Well, there's no separation of church and state anyway. That's why when you get married, they say, by the power vested in me in the state of California. That's not separation of church and state.
What's that other thing you talked about? Well, you said it before.
Who said?
You about
The Catholic Church is, but not the Christian Church. The Catholic Church is separate.
And that comes under the Council of the Vatican.
Yeah, that's under the
like last
Vatican.
council.
That's why they can molest all these children and get away with it. Because they under that. It's actually called, y'all can look it up, it's called the canon laws.
Yeah.
The canon laws, and everybody should look that up, seriously, real rap. The canon laws is the laws of the Catholic Church. It's basically like an embassy or sovereign ground. It's a sovereign ground. It's totally different. So it's something totally different than the Christian church. Period. We are divided as a people, and as we are, and all these damn flies, man, cannot unify, and religion is the main cause. Yes, religion is the main cause because we're being taught the wrong religion. Let me explain something to you. All these people talk about Christianity, right? All these people talk about we were Muslims and we were this and we were that. Let me explain something to y'all. Christianity is ours too. Oops, does Sabir just say that? Christianity is ours also. True Christianity is ours. It's out of Ethiopia. True Christianity is ours. The key should be what form of Christianity that we're practicing. What form of Christianity? Okay? That's all you got to do is study it, and you'll find it for yourself. It was called Tawahido, or Christos.
Well, I guess pretty much covered it.
Hold up. No, it ain't. Come on, bruh. You're talking to the wrong dude. Somebody just said, no, it's not. They said Christianity. It's not ours. He's not even getting, they speak too fast. It's a Buddhist quote. How people don't shut up and be quiet. They speak too fast. Instead of listening to what your person says. They don't understand how they took Christianity and they flipped Christianity to where it is now. So when I say Christianity, I can say Tawahido, but you would not know what I'm talking about. If I say Orthodox Ethiopian Christianity, then you will understand what I'm talking about. But if I say Tawahido, then you would not know what I'm talking about. Okay? So what they have done, just like your history is GMO, yeah, their history is GMO too. Their history has been turned around and twisted. So don't tell me that it's not. The European Jewish concoction, I'm the original Jew. This is the problem with our people. We don't even know that we are the original Jews. So y'all keep running around here listening to these cats and some of these Moors talking about we just Islamism. Dude, no. We were Muslims, Jews, and Christians. Tawahido means one. Muslim means one, or one who submits to do the will of the Creator. That's all Muslim means. That's all Tawahido means. One. That's it. That's why sometimes people need to shut up and be quiet for a while, because they put their foot in their mouth. And this is why I'm just telling my man, when people are not really equipped, someone will come in and make you look like you crazy as hell. It will make you look like you crazy. You said their Christianity. Yeah, the form of Christianity.
Because that's where they at with it now. They get twisted. See, like how you were saying, when you take just an implement of your actual history and they twist it all around, you don't see all the other facets that really go in between it. We get caught up on like, okay, the Constantine 325, but then people don't go into the actual other councils that came way after the Council of Nicaea to implement and conscribe you to the Christianity that you're actually following today.
Exactly.
And that's the last of the Council of the Vatican, because that's the last one that's leading up into now.
You know what we should do? Honestly, y'all, this Sunday, if you want to, we should go to an Ethiopian church and watch the reaction. I'm dead serious, yo. I'm serious. You should go too. We should go to an Ethiopian church and then watch my interaction with them and watch how crazy that would be. Straight up. I'm so serious. And y'all should do that too on here. Y'all should go to an Ethiopian church and just see. We should seriously go, and I suggest everybody go. And when you go, watch how you feel when you get out of there. I'm so serious. Watch. You can be like, damn, I feel dumbified. Dumbified. Is that a word? Dumbified? Maybe I just made it up. Dumbified. I just made it up. So, what virgin birth? Let me tell you something. See, this is the problem with religious dogma and religious people. They say the virgin birth. I could be a virgin of riding my bike. I ain't rode my bike in a month. That means I'm a virgin. I need to restart over again. What defines a virgin? These stories. You know what's another story that kills me with people? Noah and the ark. If you got flooding in Texas, I don't live in Texas. So I'm thinking the world is flooded if I didn't have the news. The news is north, east, west, and south. If I didn't have the news, I would think the world was flooding if I was in New Orleans or Texas. If somebody, like, for instance, everybody think that it's a wildfire over here that's affecting me. Yeah. You know, I'm getting calls from home. Yo, you good? You good?
Nowhere near, right?
Nowhere near. But in your mind, because there's stories. You follow me? So when people talk about the virgin death, you have to go back and study the language. You have to go back and find out what were they talking about at that time. So when I hear people talk their religious dogma, because they don't even know their religion. Some of these Muslims don't even know their religion. Some of these people who claim Islam don't even know what Islam is about. So this is why I say what I say, because, yeah, I got the Star David on. Yeah. Hex Alpha. Say that again?
To that actual story. That story predates even the time that they were speaking of. And they're talking about celestial bodies. It has nothing to do with actual physicality.
It had nothing to do with that. This is why when people who love to follow Noble Drew Ali and say that Noble Drew Ali said these things, stop following people and be. Oh, okay. So Look at, I'm good. You know what I'm doing. So, hold up. They said walking on water. They said, hold up. Look at this. They said walking on water, right? The Jesus story. Didn't I just tell you we're all stories? Let me tell you about Adam and Atom and Eve is evolution. Atom is an atom which spins. Eve is evolution. When they talking about Jesus walking on the water, they was talking about the sun that's walking on the water. Come on, man. People crazy, man. People crazy. This is why I told somebody earlier, when we study Noble Drew Ali, as we think we study, when he said time never was when man was not. Time doesn't exist. So why are y'all dealing with time now? Why are these people dealing with time? The only time is the sun that's in the sky. That's how you told time. I think it's Arizona that don't change their time. They don't do, how you want to play with time, go back and forth with time? We're going to set time back. We're going to set time forward. We're going to set time back. Huh? You can't do that. But the people, so, what they call it? I call it smart dummies sometimes. Smart dummies. We sit back and say we so smart, but we're really dumb. And don't even really analyze it. Deal with nature, man. Nature knows best. Nature knows best. I don't deal with time, because the time that we're talking about is a zodiac. The watches that we have on our wrists. Teach the science, not the religion. I'm going to repeat this again. Teach the science, not the religion. You got zodiac, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And in between there, they're called deacons, which is a decade or a deacon. Teach the science, not the religion. Stop following man. Stop following man. Yeah, she said, nature is our religion. Yes, nature is my religion. People ask me my religion. I'm just like, my religion is do unto others what you have others do unto you. I'm going to say that again. Do unto others that you have others do unto you. That's my religion. That's it. Time set back. Somebody said time was set back with World War I. During the time of World War I. But I'm just saying, you can't change that, man. In Philadelphia, they have this thing called a sundial. Little kids. I took a tour through Rittenhouse Square and I showed people the sundial with the two kids standing there and holding up the sundial. And you would go there at one time and told what time it was. Now, because of the... It's ancient. Yeah, that's how you told time. Because of the buildings now, you can't tell that time like that. So we're going to give you a watch. And we're going to look at that. Really? This is even your dial soap. Has a sun on the dial soap. People don't even pay that no mind. Oh, don't worry about it. That's not real. But we read, like Todd said, we read 2.5 books. 2.5 books. I don't know. That's what Todd would always say. I'll just use it because Todd says that a lot. We read 2.5 books. We don't read other books. And if sometimes things is called common sense too. You have to also talk to other people. Matriarchy? Nope. You say matriarch? Are you saying no to matriarch? Because ain't a damn man on this scope right now that wasn't born through a woman. You show me a man that was not born without a woman. Show me a man that wasn't born without a woman.
It would be matriarch.
It is matriarch. Yeah. It is matriarch. Show me a man that doesn't have a neighbor. I'll wait. Show me a man on here that doesn't have one. He might be an alien. This is why they have to put out certain TV shows for people. That's like I said, that TV show Insecure. Yeah. You see the quickie and everybody, oh my God, that was quickie. Like, oh wow. They have to put that out there. Sex, murder, and money is what sells to people. So we are doing our people a disservice by not giving them the real deal.
caters to the low frequency.
Say that again. Hold up. Say that again, bro.
I said it caters to the low frequency. Anything that caters to low frequency is going to keep you in that sunken place. In other words.
The lower frequency. So I'm still waiting. So anybody that think it wasn't a matriarch society is a beach setup. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a man that tell me that we didn't come from a woman. I'm waiting. Ain't nobody come up here yet. People want to say, oh, nope. I wait. Say that again. It just went out. It worship who?
They were worshiping women in antiquity.
It was always the woman.
It was for ages before that patriarchal, or that, that maternal archetype comes into, full bloom. That comes with the fall.
Minister Farrakhan talked about if all you see in a woman is lust and sex, they said this is what they created. And this is why sisters are misguided because of what's going on out here. They're watching too much Power. They're watching too many insecure TV shows. But if I could sit on here and tell you to go look, you were trying to look at the sun, man?
I'm trying to see.
Oh, it's like, damn. No man gets to the Father but through the Son. Let me repeat that. Let me get this to my deacon. No man gets to the Father but through the Son. Tell me a man that can get to that. You can't even stare at the sun long enough. You can't even look through that. And if you read the Bible, I think it's in Ecclesiastics. It speaks about man gets to the Father but through the Son, and I believe it's Ecclesiastics, and it's spelled S-U-N, not S-O-N. S-U-N. Really? Maybe they don't know language. Maybe they don't know. I don't know. Somebody help me. This is why the whole purpose of the Matrix movie was set up the way it was set up. The Matrix movie was talking about you had to be reborn again. But the ministers in the churches will tell you got to be reborn again. Why they want to have you reborn again? Think about it. Why do you, if you a grown person, I could say redeem yourself, but why we have to use the word reborn? Why do they use that in the church?
Conscious.
They can treat you like a child again, all over again. To keep you as a child, you have to be reborn, and children have to be obedient. So why would I could be redeemed, but why I gotta be reborn again? Think about it.
Start over, right?
Start all over again? Yeah. So you can take some more of my lunch money?
They give you, when they get to a point when the minister say, y'all on baby food, y'all need to
they say that?
Meat. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know they say yo baby food.
Like certain scriptures, if they keep repeating it over again, and people are not getting the lessons and they're not prospering in life, they say, well, I've been preaching, giving y'all baby food, y'all need to get to the meat. Y'all need to feed on the meat.
Wow. That's like crazy. That's why I don't want to keep your baby. I'm trying to make you conscious. And this is why I just told my man and I don't even want to do no more. I don't really want to do no lectures no more. I don't care. I'm lectured out. They can watch YouTubes for that. Let's get to working, huh? I'm lectured out, man. We lectured out.
They're caught up in that idea, especially if they're going into what they call consciousness, if they're leaving a religion or whatever, they're trying to find a replacement for it. So they want to sit in front of somebody so that they can lecture to them over and over. Like I said, it's like, it's that baby food offense. So you want to get into the position where you're building more and trying to get people to where they're not so dependent on just the lecture and actually get the work.
No, they're looking for a Messiah.
Facts.
I told you, if Jesus came back here the day of tomorrow, they'll try to kill him. They don't even know if he's here now. They'll try to kill Jesus. You probably see them niggas got guns, man. I ain't coming down here with them cats. For those people that believe in Jesus, those that believe in Jesus, niggas got guns. They try to kill you now. Your own people, even in this conscious so-called community. That's why I don't belong to that. So don't link Sabir Bey to no conscious community. I am not that. I am a Bey. That's all I am. I'm not trying to get you to join no clubs. That goes for the MSTA. That goes for the RBG. That goes for any of that. I'm not trying to get you to join none of that. I want you to free yourself. Be yourself. I will go to any church there is. Okay? Don't link me to nothing. Spiritual. Sparkle put up, she said spiritual. She broke down ritual. Like a ritual. I love that sister, man. Listen, there's a test that I want everybody to look up. I'm going to show you how crazy. I just talked to a sister that's a school teacher. She's a school. You got that? Look at this test up. Look up this 8th grade grammar test of 1895. I want everybody to look this up. She's a school teacher. And she told me to look up the curriculum that they teach in school. Right? She told me to look up their curriculum. So I want everybody to go online, look up, there's volumes of it. There's different ones. 1895 8th grade grammar test. And it's going to say, could you pass the 8th grade grammar test of 1895? 8th grade, not 12th grade, not college. It talks about geography, psychology. It talks about nations. It talks about a whole lot. It talks about money. Look it up. 1895 8th grade grammar test. You find it? Kansas City. Kansas City. I'm going to show you how. What's up, brother? I'm good, man. How you been?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I'm good, man. No doubt. No doubt. You know. So that 8th grade grammar test will show you how dumbed down they got people, straight up. How is it that we in the 21st century and a pastor or a deacon or a professor or a scholar don't know that the laws that we're operating under is not really laws? Know that there is no such, huh? They what?
So the laws are codes, right?
Yeah, they codes. They're not laws. There's only one law. And if you talk about the law of the land, it's due process. That's the only law. You say you have it, it ain't no joke. She got it. Listen, let me tell you how crazy. I was putting this out on the radio back in 2003, before there was any kind of cameras in the studios, yo. I was talking about this test, mind you. There were people that was in the studio that was teachers, professors, scholars, all these people, no lie. They would get so mad at me because I would talk about that test. And it said, pass it off to a college professor in the 21st century and see if they can pass the 8th grade grammar test. 1895. They were teaching civics back then. They were teaching civics back then. How is it that we in the 21st century, we don't get this? How? Say that again? Nah, brother. Look, they'll tell you we're not enslaved. Them cats will quick tell you we're not enslaved. They'll say we got Jesus. He came for us. Or everybody's a savior, though. That's the key, though, brother. Everybody is a savior. Save yourself. Save yourself, man. This is crazy. But I might take up what my demon deacon said. Start some drama. Open up a church. A lot of people. Maybe I need a lot of people. Be like Creflo Dollar. Be like Creflo Dollar. Make a flow of dollars. But if people are not talking about nationality, yo, seriously. If they're not talking about nationality in the 21st century, we gonna keep falling for the okie doke. I'm so serious. The world is waiting for us while we keep trying to go somewhere else and try to keep asking other people to save us. Only you can save yourself. You have people right here in these states that is sincere, that wants to help our people. You have sincere people. And I'm trying to really get, somebody said T.G. Jakes. T.G. Jakes. Oh, listen. Let me tell you about T.G. Jakes. Okay? Ain't no J in Hebrew, but people will argue to the tombstone that it's a yes, they would. Polaris Sanders And y'all can go back and watch my radio show with Pilar Sanders on there. She came on. She talked about Pilar.
She came on it?
Yeah, you never see that show? Pilar came on my show twice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Pilar Loves L Day or something like that is on YouTube. But she was talking about T.G. Jakes had a Moorish statue in his house. She the one that married Deion Sanders and her.
Oh, so
He knows. So when people ask me, do these preachers know, these deacons know, these pastors know? Hell to the yeah. They know exactly who we are. But they can't tell the people that because they're going to lose flock or lose money. So this is why I was telling my brother,
you can't really say.
I can't. He want me to say something to these pastors because maybe the pastors might be the one that back me. Maybe I'll talk about Jesus coming out the sky, and hell is underground, and hell is up in the sky. You know, T.G. Jakes know. There's a whole lot I can tell you about T.G. Jakes too that she told me. She told me a whole lot. So the Christianity, y'all, and I hope y'all looked up that 1895 Kansas City test. The Christianity that we're talking about today is not the Christianity that our ancestors practiced, man. It is not. It is not. My sister Sparkle said they know the truth, but they are too busy getting money. Wow. Most, and my brother said most are Masons. A lot of them are Masons. But see, y'all think Masons is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You know? It may be a few that's trying to hold the light on the ones that don't have the light. That may be true. But it ain't just the cats inside the churches either. Some of them are Muslims. Some are everyday people. Majority of your judges are Masons. Majority of them are Masons. So it's 95. I said 95% of them are Masons. Yes, they tell you. They say do not tell a truth in a story.
Well, you don't teach this crap.
Huh?
You don't teach this crap.
You say they don't teach it?
I mean, they don't teach this. I was looking at this test.
Oh, he got the test.
Well,
They don't teach that test. You see what's in there?
Yeah, this is. Man, they don't teach this.
They don't teach that. It's a reason why they had to dumb people down.
Wow.
But in the Ivy League school, this is why the foolish people call America a country. America is not a country; it's a continent. In that test,
Man,
it talks. Ain't that crazy? You should teach your children that. That's what you should teach them. So in that test, it tells you, give the account of America or the U.S. I think one of them is in there. Give the account of the founding of Columbus.
How does nutrition reach the circulation?
Say it again.
How does nutrition reach the circulation?
How does nutrition reach the circulation? Geography is in there. Math is in there. Money is in that test.
Etymology is in that test.
Etymology is in that test too.
Wow.
The etymon. All that's in an 8th grade test. And you have people that's school teachers, professors in school
That don't know this.
and don't know that. 'Cause the sister I was speaking with earlier, she said, I don't know nothing about that. I said, are we just going along to get along? Are we just going along to get along, people? Are we going along? I just want to ask y'all this question. Are we going along to get along? Do you understand how hard this is to be conscious to deal with this dude? Do you understand how hard it is when you walk somewhere where you know that these people are lying to you? That's hard to live with.
It's 1895.
1895 Kansas City 8th grade grammar test.
And look, name events connected with the following dates: 1607, 1620, 1800, 1849, and 1865. Wow, really?
I want you to talk about stuff 200 years prior to that test.
So they're talking about something, you know what I mean? So when we have people on these TV shows, y'all think they're so smart. We sit up here and say, our country, our country, our country, our country, our country, and you feed into it.
Show the territorial growth of the United States.
Hold up.
That's number 4. Show the territorial growth of the United States.
Show the territorial growth of the United States. This is an 8th grade grammar test.
Oh, this relate the causes and results of the Revolutionary War.
So when CM Bey said, what was you called before? He said, go back and ask you, before the Revolutionary War, what was you called? Before you were called Indian. Before you were called black. Before you was called African American. What were you called before that? Right? But check it out, hold up. So if I'm showing you something, right? Look at this, check this out, yo. I showed this last night and I'm gonna keep showing this till we get this, right? Check this out. Hold on, let me flip around. The Aboriginals, right? These are the first, you ever see this picture? You see this book?
Mm-hmm.
They were the first people to be called Indians. From Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and the Bahamas was the first people that were called Indians.
The Owl Rock.
Yes, the Taínos, all that.
Yeah.
So this is from a 1936 Webster's Dictionary. But we school teachers, right? The various copper color. This is the copper colored brother right there. This is a copper colored brother. Because he damn sure look just like this. Don't he look like my copper?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Don't he look just like my bracelet?
Mm-hmm.
The bracelet is the stone is black. And the copper is copper. Look at his skin. Which one is he closer to? The copper. So when they was talking about the copper colored people, who were they talking about? So we teachers, right? We teachers, we want to keep running around talking about black, right? We black people. Come on, man. They playing y'all. They playing y'all. Big time. He's still reading that test. That test is heavy. Y'all should go look that test up. You should teach your children that test of 1895 Kansas City grammar test. And let me tell you something, Gifted. I was in Philly knowing this on radio, brother. They were so pissed when I was bringing this up. It wasn't Europeans. It was black folks. It was educated black folks that would get mad because I was bringing this up saying, how educated are you? We think we so smart and we trying to down people who never went to their colleges. But you never really were properly educated. But if you go to these Ivy League schools, and that's why I said I wish I had the money really to go around to different places and interview these Europeans like they would do David Letterman shows and stuff. They would go out to these colleges.
Yeah.
I would go to an Ivy League college and ask them certain questions. I was in Philly and a guy was telling me he was from Italy. He said something about African American that's an oxymoron. But when you ask these people these questions, they'll tell you that's an oxymoron. Like, who says that? But yet you have people who are claiming to be teachers, philosophers, scholars, and psychologists, but you still run around calling people black. You still run around calling America a country, and it's a continent. See if you can find geography on there. That's in there too. I'm gonna show y'all something. I want y'all to check it out. Where we at?
Right here. That's geography.
Hold up. I'm gonna show y'all something. And this, y'all should look it up too. This is crazy. I love this. 8th grade. See that? Look. And actually, where's it at? It talks about, it might be in this one right here. When it talks about ask any professor or scholar in the 21st century if they can pass the 8th grade grammar test. And it says they can. They can't pass the 8th grade grammar test.
That's a shame.
Look, hold up. Look at this. Give 2 uses of the silent letters, right? It even talks about capitalizing names, dude. It even talks about the capitalization of names somewhere in here. Well, if you can't read it, you should look it up. It's online. If you can't read it, that's why I tell people, don't follow me, don't believe me. Just go to 8th grade Kansas test of 1895. Just go to, huh? 8th grade grammar test, 1895. You can just punch it in Google. You got it?
Give 9 rules.
Hold up. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me flip this around again. Let me clean mine so you can see this. Give the 9 rules for the use of capital letters. Name the parts of speeches that define those that have no modifications. So a person, why would your name be in all caps? Why would a person's name be in all caps? You ever notice when you go to court, a person that would sit there, they would spell their name. They say, could you state your name for the record? They would say capital S, small a, B-I-R, capital B, B-E-Y. That's how you're supposed to do it. But yet you allow mail to come in your house that's in all caps and you say, that's me. I said this.
This is 7 questions. They give you a whole hour to answer these questions.
Say that again?
7 questions each, but they give you an hour.
They give you an hour.
To answer 7 questions.
To answer 7 questions, an hour to answer 7 questions. Well, we are so... This is for y'all teachers, man. This is for y'all. This is for your teachers. Y'all should take this information, share that information with any of these people who claim 45 minutes. What do you say, history?
History, 45 minutes.
History is 45 minutes.
Let me see. Orthography is 1 hour. Geography is 1 hour for 10 questions.
So this is just, and let me, you know what kills me? Somebody said that's the white man stuff, right? But you got your children in a European school getting dumbed down. In a European school getting dumbed down. But yet if you took them back to that to empower them, then they will be sharper than anybody else. It's a whole different path of thinking. And this is why it's a school called the Wardolph School. And I never knew about this school until I was in Dallas. It was an Indian dude in there, had his daughter in the school. And he told me what it was about. Now, I only know the Wardolph Astoria from Coming to America. Yeah. That's all I knew about. I'm serious. Y'all laughing. I'm being real. I only knew about that. I didn't know it was a school. But it was an Indian dude that happens to come in Whole Foods. And we just had, I said, I struck up a conversation with him. I said, I see you from India, right? I said, Hindustan. And he stopped and said, how did you know? And I started talking about in Sri Lanka, the Moors in Sri Lanka. And he said, yeah, that's the southern part, right? We started having this conversation in Whole Foods in Dallas. So he said, where you from? Now this is when they come and start asking where you from. When you start talking like real, when you start talking like this, they'll start saying where you from, because they're not used to this talk of the black, they're used to the black talk. Sports, or some other crazy stuff where we were slaves. So he's telling me his daughter was in school there. So he comes back and forth to Dallas. See, so he's telling me that I think she was 10. And he's telling me about the school. And I'm like, what's that? So he went online and showed me the school. So he said it dealt with your hand, heart, and head. Y'all can look it up. Straight up. Wardolph. It's called the School of Wardolph. Wardolph, it's a German school, number one. It's German, which I had to find out myself. I had to, I had to find out. It's a German school, right? So I'm looking at the school. I said, okay, as he's telling me this, because when someone tells me something, I'm going to research it, right? So it dealt with head, heart, and hand. That's what he told me. This is what his daughter's being taught. So I said, wow, what is that? Did you find it? Yeah. So there's one in Philadelphia that I saw on Germantown Avenue. Because the language we speak it is not English, it's High German. This is what people don't understand. We say this the white man's words, but they got one. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all what I told y'all. Thought I was BSing. What up?
Huh?
What up? Let me show y'all.
Take my son, man.
Huh?
So take my son there.
You should take him there. They got one right there.
Right in Costa Mesa.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Right? So we talking about building schools. People talking about building schools, right? I want to get money for schools, but there's schools right there. Are you going to teach this? Hand, heart, and head. You change things with your hand, your heart, or your head. I sat back and he said that to me. I said, oh, wait a minute. Straight up, this is what he said to me. You change it with your thinking or your heart, or you change it with your hand. I said, wait a minute. And as he's telling me, this is his daughter. She's 10. And as he's telling me, I'm like, why did I talk to this dude that I'm in Whole Foods in Dallas, and we striking up a conversation, and then he came and sat with me, and then we started talking. We started talking about history. I said, why does this man come in my cipher? But I went to him. So I go to Philadelphia in Germantown Avenue. There's one on Germantown Avenue in Philadelphia. And I'm watching them in different places. So we running around here talking about getting money to build schools when the schools are there. And if we built the school, are we being taught the real information? Are we really being taught real history and law? That's what I would want to do, but I'm not trying to build a school. Oh, I'm good, dude. I'm not trying to build no school. He said, why not? I'm good on that.
Be like Umar.
He said, I'm not trying to be like Umar. I want to be like myself. You ain't trying to set me up. Nope. He said, he said, do I try to job like Umar? Hell to the no for the record. Hell to the no. I'm not. Huh?
They got one in Long Beach.
Got one in Long Beach? See? They got one in Long Beach too. Now, how many people knew about that school? Nobody really knew about that school. But the thing is that the language, again, the language we're speaking is High German. German or Germany is not necessarily a bad thing. It may have been for these Ashkenazi or wannabe Jews. That's who it was bad about. If you look at Germany and do the history on Germany and find out what that was before it was called Germany, you understand that your ancestors was there. Huh?
I said, we not in these schools.
Hey, hold up.
I said, we not in these schools,
He said, hold up. He said, we're not in those schools. Look.
That gonna be in the
We're not in those schools.
Make them for you.
It is just like Girard College was not for our people.
Right.
And Girard College stole the money from our brother.
Exactly. That's
Moors could open a school according to the Moors paradigm. Moors won't even back anything. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm being real with you. They're not. You know how much flack I got when I started Noble Drew Ali's documentary in 2009? That's why I'm glad I don't pay no attention to people. And they ain't did a documentary on Noble Drew Ali since they love Noble Drew Ali so much since 2009. 2009 I did that documentary. Nobody did a documentary since that on Noble Drew Ali. Because you know why? It's going to take money to do it. Period. Being real with y'all. So, that school is there. It's been around. The language we speak it is not English. The language we speak it is German. This is why you even look at the police officers on the motorcycles or on the cops. They got the sash, the boots, and the helmet. Okay? Everything you're speaking is basically is German. It's a high German language, people. Don't take Sabir's word for it. Do the reading of a dictionary and you'll find it for yourself. But you have these people running around talking about white supremacy and they did this to us. There's a book y'all should get too called Black Nazi. Real good book. Black Nazi. Straight up. So when you go to these places and you start talking, when you go to these different places and you speak to these people, you can have an intelligent conversation with no matter who it is. Straight up. And they will open up to you. And this is why I said I have to travel, because they may be the ones that support everything that I do. When you get the hell out of here, I was told many times if I went to Spain, London, Africa, and certain places, they'll back that 100.
You should start traveling abroad.
I am going to start traveling abroad. I'm going to leave here. People can say, why don't you stay here? No. Y'all don't support anything here. I'm ready to leave. That's why most of the artists leave here. They'll drain you here. You know? So I'm going to leave. This is why I said I want to go to Jamaica for like 3 days just to go. I have a whole class in Jamaica probably the first day I'm there. I'm so serious. I'll start talking to them about the Maroons or the Amaroos and going into the history of how all this is America. And I would take my trusty book right here, because this book, I love this book. I like this book right here. This book is good. It talks about the islands. All that's America.
In Jamaica is
huh?
This town in Jamaica is Spanish town.
All the what?
I said the oldest town in Jamaica is Spanish town.
Yeah, Florida was Spanish.
Yeah.
Florida was Spanish. All that. But the thing is that, again, if you don't know your history about what happened with Spain and the Moors, you would never know. So you got all these people give these lectures who, you know, and again,
Leave that out.
huh?
They
leave it out. They leave that part out. We're not going to tell you that you were Moor. We got these so-called people on these pages talk about, oh, we all were Moors. And none of them could put that article out and show that the Moors fell to Charles Martel, which is a French dude. But as a matter of fact, it was a French dude over there. I wish he'd come up here today. He was from France. And I walked up to him and he said, well, damn, you know a lot of history. He knew about the Battle of Poitiers. He knew about the Battle of Tours. He knew it. And he said, I'm French, but I was born in Morocco. So Morocco is French, and people keep running around acting like it's the indigenous name. Morocco is not Morocco. Morocco was French. It's a French word. And people would say, well, Noble Drew Ali said it. Listen, all due respect, you know, listen, I do my own research. I respect what Noble Drew Ali brought us, but we were Moors before that too. So I respect it, but I go beyond the teachers. And you have to be correct, man, when you're talking to these people. That's why you can't talk to Moroccans, because Moroccans will eat you up because you don't know the language. The people in Morocco was called Amazigh. In the Imazigh, Amazigh means free people. They will give it to you. They say, well, that's the Berber language. But brother, we are the original Berbers.
They don't know that.
We are the original bearded people right there that he got on his face. And that's where the term Berber or barber shop come from. Berber or barber. Because even in Islam, you were never supposed to cut your hair. You're supposed to trim your beard. Muslims supposed to shave around their pubic area. Not cut it off. It was a reason why. We talk about we so Islamic, but we don't understand the history. So when people say, well, they was the Berbers, we were the original Berbers, we were the original Arabs. You know what I mean? The Arab means traveling man. To and from. To and from. Oh, that's all it is. Nomad, gypsy, Torag, all that stuff. When you look up all these words, it's going to keep telling you about a traveling man. The traveling man. That's all we were doing. So you got all these so-called scholars talk about, well, these Arabs did this, these Arabs did that. The Arabs were you and I. We fighting against each other right now in 2017. The movie, that Viking movie, when people watch that Viking movie, right?
They don't recognize their son.
It was you.
They don't recognize that.
They were fighting each other. When you look at that movie, they were talking about fighting. There was one part, and I don't know if you saw it, when the dude said, you got to come through me. Because they would make a salat, and he was calling it a Don, and they said they followed this Muhammadan or something like they said, Muhammadan in the movie. And when you look at the architect all through there was Moorish in the Mediterranean. It was crazy, dude. Even when you study the original Brits was us. He breaks this down in here. The original Brits was us, but the people that we look at today is British. Means to be like, British.
Right.
To be like us.
Wow. They
All
don't
this
study
history,
etymology though, so they don't.
They don't study etymology. They don't study. So all of this stuff is you if you knew. We are the Caucasians. We are the Europeans. Europa, Caucasian, or they only means dead Asiatics. The whole planet was called Asia. Where's Caucasus Mountains at? It's in Africa. They say, oh, it's in Asia, it's over there. No, all that's Africa. Most deaf wife just came from Spain. She said, Sabir, Spain is Africa. This is what she was telling me. She said, Spain is Africa. I said, I know. You can swim there. Like, you just come from really like Jersey,
small strait,
like Detroit or something. Like, you can see it.
Detroit to Canada.
Detroit to Canada. You can actually see Spain. You can see it North Africa. So it's all Africa. So what? It's a real small stretch. Okay, let's say this. We in Long Beach, and let's say, I don't know if you can swim to Catalina Island. You can swim to Catalina Island. I don't know if you can swim to. So in Long Beach, they have an island out here. Oh, they say it's an hour on a boat. On a boat, it's an hour. No, I'm talking about Catalina Island.
Oh, yeah.
It's an island out there. So it's an hour on a boat, and it's an island people don't even know out here in California that we can look at. So it's an hour just on a boat. So they say you can swim from North Africa to Spain. That's what they say. So when she said this to me, I'm like, that's Africa. All of that was Africa. All of it. So when my
pushing of the territory come back into the rise of the quote unquote Greeks, even though we were them too.
We was all these people.
Right, it was just a shift in power. You know?
It's the same thing here when you talk about territorial.
Yeah.
Right? That's why the 8th grade grammar test was talking about geography. And it was talking about where and what and how it was set up. When you read the Constitution, it talks about the Congress can purchase territories. Territories.
Right.
So what happens, this Long Beach area could be a territory.
This whole area was a territory.
It's a territory of the United States. So when you look up territories in the law dictionary, in a district, in the law dictionary, you'll see how it's set up. So D.C. is is not Virginia, and it's not D.C. It's not Maryland. It's not either one. You can cross the street and be in Maryland. You can cross the street and be in Virginia. So it's a district. That's all it is. It's a territory. So how can it be the seat of the government? What government are they talking about? So we have people that say, this country, you see what I'm saying? Like, what's the name of the country? But we have people on TV or these school teachers are teaching our children. Like I said, showed you the Waldorf School, the 8th grade grammar test of 1895, and I guarantee you they teach that inside their school. They teach that in their schools. You can't change something with your hands, you change it with your heart. If it's not with your heart, it has to be with your head. And this is why I go right back to what you just said about the whole dealing with the lower chakras. This is where all your filth come from. This is why girls think they men, and men think they women.
Low frequency. And another thing,
low frequency.
Throw you off too. How the colors of the chakra for the LGBT community's flag, they have it upside down to where the root chakra is now at the top.
Exactly.
And the high chakra is below.
Exactly.
You know.
And y'all
people
think
don't pay attention to it.
And people don't pay attention to that. It's a lot of stuff that's sitting right around us every day. The Rock of Gibraltar is the prudential sign outside the insurance companies.
Yeah.
All this stuff is yours. You keep thinking it's Europeans. Oh no, it's the white man's. My bad. It's the white man words. That's what they say. It's the white. Everything is the white man's. Man, you better take the stuff back through your knowledge, yo.
I am blessed, man.
Peace, brother.
Sure.
Territory is the real man. Say that again. I'll do grace. No, this is talk, dude. Like, we need to have this type of conversation, man, daily. And this is why I said I'm trying to find new ways of doing this.
That could be the next barbershop talk.
Oh, this is gonna be the next barbershop talk we're gonna do. You should come up there, dude.
Yeah.
We got to get those other episodes out though. We got them out.
Well, he said I filmed a lot of it.
We filmed a lot of it, dude. But we're gonna shrink it down. We're gonna shrink them down, huh?
Well, I mean, we did too. I just sent them to you.
Huh?
I just sent them to you.
Send them to me?
I emailed it to you.
That's why we're so ignorant. We don't see ourselves in our own history. Nope. Because Hollywood painted that. Hollywood painted you to be something that you're not.
That's why we need to make this more movie, man, before they try to make
You see, make a what?
We need to make another more movie before they try to make another long ship.
Man, we better.
Or LC.
Well, we better get money together to make a more movie. I've been hearing that for long, and that's why I said I'm stepping away, brother. Maybe I need to open up a church real fast and get a 501c3 jumping off. Maybe I need to get the $1 million from these churches for a minute. But in order for me to get the money from the churches, I gotta go in.
Hey, 2 Sundays we good to go.
He said, hold up. He said 2 Sundays we good to go.
2 Sundays we good to go.
2 Sundays we are good. I saw that guy. What's the dude in Houston that got that big church? That dude be raking in the money.
Talking about Joel Osteen?
Joel Osteen?
Joel Osteen, that's the dude. Like, yo, you know how much money that guy pulling that church, dude? I'm great going in and fall out. let him touch me and say, I'm ready to go to Osteen's church and be like, Lord, I done caught the Holy Ghost. I need to go to Osteen's church, yo. I'm going back to Texas soon. Yo, I'm gonna go in his church, real rap. Y'all gonna see me in it live. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'll be in Texas in 2 weeks, God willing. I'm going to go to Osteen's church. As soon as they pass the plate, I'm gonna pass out. When they say pass the plate, I'm gonna pass out. Yo, this is gonna be funny. Yo. Oh man, I'm so serious. They over here laughing. I'm being real. I'm going to Osteen's church, man. I'm gonna let him touch me. I'm gonna pass out when the plate come around, and then I'm gonna go up there and say, "What happened to him?" I said, I gotta be touched. I gotta be touched by the Lord, man. I gotta be touched by the Lord. You know how you do it. You do it smooth too. Be like, and the Lord said, "Let there be," and I'll commence you. You ever see? Yeah. Yo, man. Yo, I'm being real. Y'all don't get it, dude. My man said, 2 weeks, we good in the church. And maybe I have to sell some dreams up in that camp. I'm seriously, yo. For real. You know, so she says, hey, they said, somebody said, I'm going to hell. Hey, listen, let me go to hell then. Hey, let me go. Just point me the direction to hell. Because I don't think hell's underground, damn it. Because I saw some stuff. Listen, I watched the Mummy movie the other day. Them cats went all the way underground to show you ain't no damn hell. So when people talk about heaven and hell, I've been on an airplane. I don't know. I was in the airplane. We went beyond the clouds, and they sell you a dream that heaven is beyond the clouds. I mean, damn, nigga, I was on a plane, and we went beyond the clouds. See, Europeans, this is what Europeans do. Europeans going to test everything. On a spiritual realm, I can see us traveling out there. On a spiritual realm. But a physical, it ain't happening. It ain't happening, yo. Spiritual, but then that means that you have to eat right to travel that way. You have to be light. Spiritual. So I've been in the sky. I've been in certain places underground. And I'm still trying to find heaven and hell. Can any pastor tell me where heaven and hell is at?
Check this out. They tell you that
You said just let Jesus take the wheel. Oh yeah, so hold on. Say it again. Say it again. We having fun. Say it again.
I mean, so they tell you that hell is underground, heaven is above, but then they also tell you in the same breath, as above, so below.
As above, so below. Damn.
Higher and lower consciousness is what they really telling you. Your heaven and what's your hell. So.
That's true. But see, this is why I don't get caught up in spookism.
Right.
Church is entertainment, yo. Y'all gotta understand that. Church is like entertainment. It's dress up and it's entertainment. That's what it's about. That's why my man keeps trying to get me to do something. I'll be like, nope. He trying to make me shoot myself in the foot with my Christian family. I was on Eric, and he don't hook me up on Eric and Campbell's show. They ain't called me back since. They said, yo, we love to have you back on there, Sabir. I ain't been back on Eric and Campbell's show yet. They be like, he's the devil. He's the devil. Y'all don't get it. This is why a lot of these pastors getting caught up, man. Y'all ain't hear about the pastor in Texas that got caught with this cowboy hat on with that 15-year-old girl? Y'all ain't hear about that? Look it up. What is that? Isaiah 45:7. What is that? What's Isaiah? It's Isaiah 45:7. It said, God said, I'm good and evil. Well, you say evil backwards, it means live. If you say good from right to left, it's live. So when you look at stuff, language was always from right to left. In Europe, they drive on the right-hand side. So what are people doing? Our people are walking in darkness right now, and they need the light. I'm gonna say this again. Oops, did Sabir just say something masonically?
I bring prosperity, I create disaster.
You ain't gonna hear them talk about that in the church. I bring disasters.
Well, I never seen that before.
You say you never saw it before. He said he never saw it. How you a deacon and you never see that before? You go to church every Sunday. What part of the...
No, I don't.
Huh?
I don't.
They start cutting out certain parts at the churches, man. They be like, let me get the good part. They be like, let me get the good parts. We don't want to wake up. We got to keep them asleep. They ain't going to give them no more money. We got to do like Taj. What Taj said, the kickbacks. Kickbacks. Everything was always from right to left. Right to left, people. Always from right to left. That's how this was set up, yo. For real. And we need to have this kind of real conversation. Seriously. Huh? We gotta have these types of conversations, man, for real, boy. Seriously, cuz we in trouble, yo. We in trouble. Seriously. All right, peace, man. Don't forget that, man. Did you put that in there? Huh? Jesus loves you, brother. Tell him to go to the shrine of... Nah, my man, he left. They're not gonna do that. So listen, y'all. I really want to change. Like, my brother's a deacon in the church, man. He really is. Like, he wants that change. But we gotta do something, yo. Honestly, like he is really one that's in the church that really wants to change, and he's trying his best. To the barbershop talks and all of that, man. He's really trying, and the support needs to be there, yo. KX, I think it was KX. Thank you for that donation, my brother. Give thanks, man. If y'all like to donate, please go to SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. Again, SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com and support. You know, that brother. I'm gonna wait for this to ride back. That brother really always like support what I'm doing. He said he loves it. He wants to change, but he's trying to find a way to get it into the churches and get the pastors and the deacons on board. He said people in the church know something's wrong. He said they know something's wrong. You know, he said they know something's wrong, but they just don't know how to go about it. So it's all our duty, man, to really do something. I just sat there with my brother from Detroit, Gifted, and I told him I'm really tired of dealing with all of this, man. It's not a physical tired, it's a mental tiredness, because now I want to step it up and do something totally different. I wish I did have all the money to do a film on the Moors or anything pertaining to our history or any TV series. If I had the money that way, if I had the $20,000 to $30,000 to $40,000 to actually put that out, because it don't really cost that much to do all this stuff. You just need the right camera people, dedication to make this thing work. Yes, some of our best are still in the church, and we have to go into the church to get them out the church. And not necessarily, I wouldn't say leave the church. Don't necessarily have to leave the church. Just stay there. Just be aware. Just tell the truth. And really, y'all, come at all these black scholars, man. I have to make some nigga industry books, man. I really have to make those books. I mean, it costs me a lot to actually print these books, and I'm getting ready to stop doing that also, because I can't print off one book. Please inbox me, brother, on Facebook to remind me. I don't like to run off one book. I have to run off masses of those books, and I always like to give Brother Taj to rebase something back. So it's not just about me, it's about me giving back. And this is why I brought Brother Taj to New York, to help him. So again, it costs to run off one book. The book, the prices you pay for one book just to run it off, it costs like $20, $25 just to run it off because of the color. So I can't just run one off. If I can get a hook up to do multiple ones, that'd be cool. Okay. Do what you do. If that's what you want to do a book, do a shirt like that. No doubt. By all means, do a shirt. Do whatever it is. But know what you're talking about. That's why I was sharing with my brother Gifted be very careful, brother, because some people get a little bit of this information and go out and hurt themselves when someone sharp enough will actually play you. And it will make you look crazy. And that will make a person have so low self-esteem. Low self-esteem that they don't want to touch it no more. Me personally, I don't care. I'm on it. Alright? So listen, y'all. Go support, if you like, Sabir Bey Radio at gmail.com. Again, Sabir Bey Radio at gmail.com. Alright? Donate. Hopefully I see y'all back in Houston, Texas, inshallah, in a couple of weeks. I'll be there for a couple of weeks. For booking, get with my sister Karen McGee. Karen McGee is on Facebook. You can inbox me and I'll give her the information. So, like I said, man, I don't even want to do lectures. I'd rather just do classes. For real. Because it's getting to wear and tear on me. Alright, y'all? Deuces. Shout out to my brother Carl, man. Peace and love, my brother. Always looking out. And anybody that ever supported, I give thanks to y'all, man. Always. Alright? Peace.